Hi everybody, this is Odd Samurai, and today I'm going to be reacting to Bleach 1000 Year Blood War, episode 29. But first, since I did 27 and 28 back-to-back, I thought about it a little more, and then I watched Mr. Tomo's video on episode 27 in regards to Ishida's powers. I wasn't sure, but I was convinced now that Ishida indeed used a very early and perfect form of ball standing while defeating Senjumaru. So, that's why he doesn't have the halo. And we've seen that, I think it was in a conversation with Candice and the other Bambis, that perfecting ball standing is not, something easy. So it makes sense that, it wouldn't look how we think it's supposed to look the very first time he uses it. So yeah, I think that's what it is. An imperfect ball standing. So just the weird, like glitchy wings with no halo. Now, as for the eyes, not really sure. It could be, Yu has blood. That's just a representation of it, even though he used the antithesis. But it could also be that Ishida has the potential to use the Almighty. Maybe. And, we saw Hashwolf react to him when he was doing that. So the possibility is there. But yeah, it did seem like his power was kind of going out of control, just kind of like, a water faucet, just kind of boom, water flowing out of it, very much out of control. But he was able to, make it so that it wouldn't really go berserk. As for episode 28, yeah. So I reread some chapters, specifically right before Ichigo and the gang go and step in front of Yuhabaha. And I don't know if they're going to reorder some stuff, or they're straight up cutting it. I guess we'll see today. But there's quite a bit more scenes that weren't there, that were supposed to be before Yuha made Ichigo kill the Soul King. With Urahara just, ticking up and updating everyone on what pretty much the most important characters of every division is doing. And then we also got Yushido and Soifon interacting. And just some more, like Urahara tells everyone that he's planning for all of them to be launched into the Soul Palace. And everyone has a big reaction. And we don't get any of that in 28. So that's interesting. Because now, that Urahara knows that the Soul, or can feel that the Soul King has been killed. I don't know if all that talk would fit after it, but we'll see. So someone left a really interesting comment on last week's episode reaction, so I'm gonna read it right now because I think it's a cool theory. And I'm going to probably put a screenshot of it on the screen so you can read along. And the username is fittingly Almighty Yuhabaha 111. They say, my theory for the opening scene is that when Adonius splits the world into three, Yuha can see his father fall apart, but before he can do anything, he's casted into the cycle of life, death, and rebirth, which would add another reason as to why he wants to end the status quo so much. And the shot of young Yuha crying is his reaction to seeing his dad's death. He has experienced how it is living without the fear of death, and yet his father let a world where he knew his son would suffer be created. No wonder he wants to kill the Soul King and return the world to its primordial form, because he always feels the pain and fear of Quincy's souls returning to him. So yeah, that's honestly a really cool theory on whatever might be happening, on that very quick flashback that we see at the beginning of the episode. And just it would make a lot of sense with how Yuha has been acting towards his father, that contradiction of, he loves him, so he hates what the OG noble clans did to him, but at the same time, he also hates that his father knew that it was going to happen. He let it happen, and he just abandoned Yuha in a world where mortality is an actual thing, where it didn't exist before. So yeah, I think this very much could be the case, and I really wanted to highlight that because I thought it was a very real chance that's what Kubo is going for. What else? Oh yeah, well, we got the name of the Soul King, Adonius. And someone else pointed out in the comments, I think their username is Crunchy Chips. They said that Adonius is in the chant for the Ashvailin, which is really, really cool that they would leave that hint there. And it's just interesting that the name of Soul King would be in there. Also, I'm not sure if it's true or not. I've seen the image, and it's kinda... I don't fully see it, but some people have said that Adonius is also there in the book that Ishida is reading, I think during episode 6 of the arc. I wasn't able to clearly see that it was a name. But I'll believe it. Let's see. Oh, also, just there's a different flavor to Ichigo and Yuha talking to each other about, oh, why are you fighting me? You should already know what has transpired in the past for things to be like this. And it's crazy because in the manga, Ichigo doesn't know. He didn't go through, or at least we didn't see, that he went through the Irasando. Then he didn't have any clue or hint towards what was the Soul Society's original sin. But here he does, and yet he still doesn't try and see anything from Yuha's perspective. Or even say something like, I can see why you're saying this or doing this, but I'm still going to stop you. And yet his dialogue seems pretty cut and dry in regards to being the same as the manga, which it's weird, I would think that knowing everything that he knows now, there would be some difference, especially considering how empathetic Ichigo can be. But maybe we'll see something like that until the very end of the arc, when he finally defeats Yuha. I think that's all I have to say for last episode. But yeah, Yuha, really, really interesting. I'm really, I already liked him in the manga. But in the anime, he's even, so much better. So yeah, this episode, any expectations? I guess I'm really hoping that Ukitake's farewell can be extended instead of just like the very few panels we got of just people looking horrified at what's happening to him. Like, please give Kyoraku and Rukia and his third seats, but especially Kyoraku. You know, it's a big moment of him with him. So yeah, the poem of last episode was for Ukitake, and I misread the episode title for this one. I thought it said the Dark Army, but it's the Dark Arm, which makes more sense. Depending, well, it does, but like, you know, Dark Army, I thought of like the black balls with the eyes that come out of the arm later. But anyway, let's just get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, starting with the opening.なんて嘘を信じてるよ。離れてもいつか。けどそれだとしても。ああ、とくるよ、するよなんてそれ以上に筋あって。神様、ごめん、だよ、よしょくさい。表情がリンクで手のしくなさい。ジュリーと失敗を手をめ開けていいでしょうな。最初くない。寂しい夜に飲み鳥でするよ。それでやちないよ。Oh, yeah, don't show me, don't show me. What? Okay, we're starting from here? With this? Okay, I guess we're not getting those lighthearted scenes. Damn, we're just getting straight to it. Oh. Bro, it doesn't even let you breathe before Ukitake just drops that. Oh, please? A longer flashback? Oh, baby Ukitake. Already, it feels more immersive. Ooh. Three-year-old? Oh man, I thought he looked more like 6 or 7. Man, we're actually seeing his parents talk so much and say how much they cared for him, that they would do anything to keep him alive. Oh, this OST. Wow, what? This is new. Wow. Whoa. I wonder if we're eventually going to see how both the left and the right arm, you know, just were wandering by. Oh, that's a title drop. They were wandering around without a host. Oh, I really. Oh my god, we're getting even more? Hell yeah! Oh, yo, badass granny? Okay. Okay. This is interesting. I never expected to get this much already. Guessing child Ukitake. Mm. But of course, the illness never fully left him. Oh, okay. That's fine. Hmm. Oh, okay. Just that little bit, and then we're back to it. Oh, this is so good already. Oh my god, Chojiro? Man, I needed something like this. Ah, Yongyama. And already this is hitting a lot more than the manga. Seeing the early days of their friendship. Oh, yeah, literally their first introduction. Or at least the first time they talked. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, look at the colors in this scene. They're so warm. What? Ukitake has siblings? Man. Oh, they're doing a bunch of The years passing by in the academy. Ooh, oh my god, this is so much. I'm I'm almost overwhelmed. Hmm. Yeah, like a hand. Yeah. So that's why Kyoraku wasn't surprised. You know, he's already known about Ukitake having a Mimihage for a long time. No. Man, I really like their friendship. Oh, oh shit. More of a Central 46 being unreasonable. Mm. Yeah, he's very stubborn about it. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, I love this. Seeing how Kukitake dealt with his grief for Kaien. Oh, this is doing so much for Kitake's character. Oh my god, we're even expanding on this. Good, because we never really got enough focus on Ukitake's reaction to this. Oof. Hmm. Wow. Man. Oh man, this is the Ukitake episode, huh? Hmm. Oh man, I'm so glad we're getting this from him and Rukia. Yeah, the captain here. The leader of her home outside of Byakuya. Oh man. Oh, that's Ukitake's motto. Meet episode cards. Oh my god, that was amazing! What? Like, I was hoping they would do more with him before he went, but this is so much more than I ever thought we would get. No? Ganju's doing something? And Chad! Go ahead. Mm. Yeah, at least they tried. Oh god, oh my god, the voice acting. This is epic. Yeah, there it is. It's keeping it together. Oh, Yuha doesn't recognize it. It's part of the Soul King. Mm. Something even Urahara doesn't know. the keys. Mm. And the moment from the opening. There's been confusion about this moment for so long, but I still think that this is Aizen using Kyokasugetsu. Kind of reminds me of Urahara and Kurotsuchi in Turn Back the Pendulum. Oh. Mm. I mean, I understand the caution. I guess some of them could do that. The interactions between Aizen and Kyoraku this arc are quite interesting. Dumbass. Yep. Oh, that's a cool visual. Yo, this music? Mm. uh, so exciting. Yo! Okay. Uh, man, my thoughts are running a lot right now inside my head. So I'll wait for the ending to end to talk. Oh. Okay, poem. The betrayer. Okay. So I was a little confused about the double voice, but I'm like 99% sure that's Ishida. Ishida. Though why there's a double Ishida voice, I wouldn't know. And also, his hand also was there twice from different sides. But if it is the betrayer, then we're gonna get a confrontation between him and Ichigo. Now, whether they'll make it an actual like clash between him and Ichigo, we'll see. Like I said, I don't think it's essential, but it'd be cool if we had it. Okay. Man. Oh my god. This episode gave me like so much that I've ever wanted from Ukitake. It would have been cool if Ukitake got at least one fight that was as as impactful as one of Kyoraku's. But I definitely care about this stuff more, for sure. Especially this is a character that we know since Soul Society. And just, like, don't get me wrong, I really like the upgrade that Squad Zero got in the anime in terms of, like, I don't want to say like power scaling, but they do look better fighting wise. But this though, what this did for Ukitake, like in terms of like character writing, considering how for the longest time it felt like Kyoraku was the favorite child between the two by Kubo. He just, from Fake Karakura Town onwards, he got a lot more to him than Ukitake ever did. And if he did, it was so quick and just short-lived that it felt just very disproportionate. And here just everything, bro. From him being like literally the only thing we got in the manga was him being saved as a little kid by Mimihagi, and even then that was like, I don't know, I want to say 3 to 4 panels maximum. So yeah, this is so good. Like, we've always been able to tell how strong the friendship between Kyoraku and Ukitake is, but now seeing it at its end and going back to the origins of it, it just, man, it really hits. And now it makes more sense the way that, last core, when Kyoraku sees Ukitake off, and he goes, with not looking back at him at all once his back is to him. And, there's a bit like, I've always felt that Kyoraku was being just fake casual there. Like trying to act like, it's not a big deal. Even though he most likely knew what was going to happen to Ukitake if he did the kamikake. And this proves he knew. So yeah, it was both like Kyoraku just for a long time being aware that this was a possibility and just, he'd steeled his heart for when the time would finally come for his best friend to do this. But also just ever since he became the head captain, he's just, he's just made a decision to himself that he'll be able to do the hard decisions regardless of what that does to his heart. So yeah, in that regard, I just love how the flashback delved into their relationship, but also some cool lore as well with Ukitake. And, it's hard to say whether he's speculating some of it when he shows Kyoraku the statue, or if he indeed does know, for sure, from having Mimihage literally in himself. But if it is, that's well, some of it was already, if you're a manga reader, you already knew, but there's still like, it gives like, oh, yeah, but also like, okay, but like, how did this come to be in regards to like the arms detaching themselves to the Soul King and then just wandering around the world. Also, we never see any legs, so what's up with that? But yeah, man, the flashbacks were done so beautifully. And even when it got into stuff that, we're technically aware, like in regards to from where the story has covered events like Kain's death and Ukitake spending a long time without getting a new lieutenant. But we never knew, like, what was the thought behind it. And what I get from that is that basically, Ukitake feels like, his death is nearby. And maybe he felt, like he feels guilty that Kayan died. So it may be a little selfish in that he's not picking a new lieutenant because he doesn't want to grow close again as much as he did with him. And having to say goodbye once again would be too painful. So even with that mentality, he just, Rukia really made a change, huh? Like he knew that if he has to go, the 13th Division will be in good hands with her. And, I love that they had that little interaction between him and Rukia, since I'm pretty sure they don't exchange words at all in the manga. Oh man, when he said, "You understand, don't you, Kuchiki?" Oh man. Yeah, he apologizes. I'm always making things hard for you. Oh. Oh, and she just has, flashbacks to all the big moments that she's had to count on him and he's saved her. Oh, and then we get Kyoraku reciting the 2 types of battle philosophy that he has. Which, now, what is it? Is Ukitake doing a battle of pride or a battle of to protect. And you could say both. But yeah, man, this did wonders for Ukitake's character. Oh, we got to see how the three oldest characters before, Unohana died, just had a more personal and intimate conversation about Yamamoto's death. Oh man, that's so good because of course, like especially Ukitake and Kyoraku who are like his children. And Kyoraku knew him since he was a little boy. But Ukitake probably only got to know him until he started attending the academy. Regardless, they were both so close to him and they knew him. Like, he was such a big part of their early growth and development. I'm like, oh man, this is the kind of shit I've been wanting to see. And we got it. Oh man, this like if we didn't get Ukitake living for longer than he did in the manga, then this is easily the best we could have gotten from him. Just all like filling all the holes in his character that had been left open until now. Man, like just the kindest captain. Like we finally found what the heavy burden that he'd been carrying inside on like the most detail that we've seen so far. Well, I say so far, right? But this will be all we get. And I am more than satisfied with it. I don't really have much else to say after, because I'm pretty sure most, if not all of it, is straight up from the manga. So yeah, just I'm so glad Ukitake got what he deserved finally. Oh yes, man, finally. Been waiting so long for him to get his dues. Oh yes, man. The emotional weight of this compared to the manga cannot be understated. Okay, so that's my reaction to this episode of 1000-Year Blood War. So if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Till next time, see ya.